Good morning, everyone. This is the Lovewell team, and today we are so fortunate and lucky to have Bill Jarvis with United Mortgage
Lending Partners.
Lending Partners. I knew I would get it close. Okay. So this is like happy almost end of summer, happy first day of school for a lot of kids. So we're gonna say, take it away, wonderful Bill.
Well, rates are coming down. So since the last time we spoke, I think rates were probably in the mid sevens. They're earlier this week, they were down more, but they're still down from, where they've been. And it does seem likely they'll come down a little more. It's expected that the feds will do a rate cut in September, and if not September, almost for sure in October. And so that should help some more. I think hopefully by the end of the year, the rates will be down to around 6. They were 6.5 earlier this week. Now they're about 6.75 for a conventional loan. The government loans are like 6.25. So that is definitely helping some. So the rates coming down 1%, good news. I think we'll see at least another 0.5% by the end of the year. Hopefully more good news and make loans a bit more affordable. So fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
All right. Thank you, Bill.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. We'll say bye to Bill, and then we're going to jump into our Bay East numbers for, again, Alameda County. So I'm going to share my screen and we'll just start again in Fremont. Okay. So generally for all the cities, we're seeing a downward trend in prices and inventory is up. Now, some cities, of course, don't always do that or do their own thing, but that's generally what I am seeing. So here we begin with Fremont, and it's not, again, a lot of other cities have a much more extreme downward trend. This seems to be pretty flat, at least for single family homes. Although if you look at pending for July, it's going down. So I would expect that the prices will start to follow that too. And a different average sales price. There's been like almost $100,000 drop. So I think Fremont prices will start to go down. We'll see next month. Woohoo. Okay. Hayward, you could definitely see a big downward trend for the prices, both in median and average sales price, although pendings show like they're picking back up. And a lot of cities, you'll see the peak in inventory was in June, and in July it was still high, but definitely lower than June. So it's definitely a lot of waves this year. So I could see another, especially now that school has started, maybe people are back from vacation. So why some cities, Fremont, I think we will see prices come down. I think other cities, we may start to see a little bit of an uptick again now that for a lot of people, vacations are done and they're going to start looking again. So that's Hayward. San Leandro, we already see prices are starting to come back down after the low in June. Inventory is about the same from June to July, pending's flat. And actually both average and median sales price are up. But San Leandro, again, is one of the few that actually shows prices coming back up. Castro Valley, again, more like Hayward, prices coming down still. Pending show they're still going down. Inventory, actually the peak was in May, but still high in June and July, and overall high compared to the rest of the year. And Alameda, similar to San Leandro, prices are coming back up. Inventory, again, the peak was in June. Inventory is a little bit lower now, and pendings are going up. So it seems like Alameda is having a resurgence with prices. And Oakland, downward trend, although pendings are coming up, so maybe that'll start to change. And again, the peak for inventory was the end of June. Right now, at the end of July, it was 490. And Berkeley, similar downward trend. It's amazing because like March was really high for prices and it never got back up there in May, and it's definitely lower right now, and pendings are down. Actually, the inventory peak was in May of this year. They're down to 52 active at the end of July. And again, both average and median sales price are lower than they were at the end of July versus June. Lafayette, similar to Berkeley, prices coming down, pendings coming down. Peak inventory with the end of June, they're slightly down at the end of July. And both median and average sales prices are heading downward. Pleasanton, Pleasanton, so very similar to the other cities we just discussed. And again, pendings are down. Although again, the peak for inventory was June. Both average and median sales price show a downward trend. And lastly, Livermore actually show prices coming back up, like San Leandro and Alameda. Although pendings are going down, and inventory is actually still up at the same amount as it was in June. So very interesting all over. In general, what we are seeing here, let me stop sharing the screen, is most homes, it's very interesting, very different than it has been in the years that I've been working real estate. You know, typically a home goes pending in 2 weeks. And if it hasn't gone pending in 2 weeks, you know, something, maybe there's too many repairs or something about it that people just can't get past. And we often have to start considering maybe we need to, you know, think about a price reduction because usually you have multiple offers. But the amazing thing is now we are seeing more and more that it's just taking, if we keep it at that price, maybe a month in, we will actually get the list price. Because typically, if you after in 2 weeks, if you haven't gotten that price, you're not going to get it. But it just seems like it's just taking. There's just a smaller buyer pool, and it's taking them longer. And it's a different market. So we just tell our sellers, I know you didn't get any offers the first week or the second week or the third week, but then magically the fourth week you got multiple offers. So we just, you know, telling our sellers, be patient. It's just a longer, it's a market in which things take longer. That being said, we do have a house right now on the market that is, I think we are going, only after a week and a half, I believe we will have multiple offers. So there are still some exceptional houses that, there are still buyers there that are, when they see that right house, they all gravitate towards it. So it's still possible to have it go quickly, but I think in general, it seems like most places are taking longer. Ladies, anything that you're seeing you want to add or share?
I think it's absolutely correct. I mean, I look at what happened on Garden. I think we waited like 4 to 5 weeks and then I got the multiple offers. On Acacia, we waited and waited and we had to get past the feng shui thing. But once the feng shui thing happened and we actually got one low offer, then we got the good offer. And I think if we would have waited another day, maybe we'd have had 2 more offers, but I think the good offer that came in was good. And the same thing on Summercrest. I mean, Summercrest 3 to 4 weeks. And then that 4th week, low offer came in, another offer came that was better. And I think Deanne from our office said she would have had a buyer that maybe would have written. So it's like, yeah, I'm saying that it's magic about the 4 weeks, but I'm just saying it just seems to be the trend. Except for, like you said, the one on Selby, just so you know, Maggie, she had like over 40 groups on Sunday. That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we know that some things are seasonal, right? But it is interesting across the board, inventory is significantly up from last year, right? So I think we're dealing with maybe the seasonal downturn, but also at the same time, it does seem like sellers were waiting. A lot of people were holding off to sell because of interest rates and, you know, other concerns. They need to go somewhere. They don't want to give up their good interest rates. And then eventually I think people need to sell because they're seeing that, you know, it might not change enough to make a difference for them to move the needle. And so now it seems like all these people are putting their house on the market, which you can tell from the inventory. And so buyers have also more options than they had before, which, you know, just changes everything. So it's kind of like you've got those 2 factors working together.
Yeah. And what's kind of sad was I was all excited about the interest rate going down, and then Bill kind of burst my bubble and he said, oh, the interest rates went back up. And I'm going, what? Who invented that rule? I'm going,
But to know that they might be around 6 by the end of the year. I mean, that would be good. That would be a big improvement from when we bought. So yeah.
6 would be really good. So yeah, I mean, definitely it's an interesting time because we have well, it's just going to be interesting because we have inventory as far as houses coming. Katie has a condo in Fremont. We have a townhouse in Hayward. So it'll be interesting to see how those do, but I'm definitely thinking we need to prepare the people. Give it like at least a month. Going, right?
Yes, for sure.
But the good news is, I mean, I was really happy because to me, the one on Acacia, it was really sweet because the people that made the offer are getting an FHA offer. And I'm going, oh my gosh, this is great. You know, it's like, here's somebody that doesn't have that much money down that they can buy. It's good. So,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
definitely encourage buyers that, right now with all the options, it's a good time to buy if I know the interest rates are still relatively high. So that of course is hard, but there's a lot more options. And again, if you're a special buyer getting a specialized loan like FHA or VA, you don't have the competition you did before. So it's
right. I mean, because if we look at it, you and Maggie, you know, you wrote for Joe and it's like, you guys were the only offer, right?
we did get offers after us.
Mm.
But originally we're really fast and we putting in the offer as soon as we could. So that
Okay.
helped and that let the
That
seller
helped.
know you were
But that
serious.
same kind of philosophy of like, you wait, like whatever, how long that had been on the, and that had been on the market, what? A month, 2
No,
months?
no, it was we only on the market, I think we did a week.
Yeah, probably just about a week.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
wasn't
All
very
right.
long before we wrote.
But luckily you were the first one in the chute, so you were able to do it. And for us, I wrote that offer for Nathan on Gene. And as far as I know, we're the only offer. And that home had been on the market. This is in that area near the Grand Lake Theater, exactly what the name, it's not Trestle Glen, but whatever the name of that area is. And it's been on the market 62 days, no offers. I mean, 62 days, I mean, that kind of expands like our theory of 1 month. 62 days is like 2 months.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but that's it. But kids are back in school. Miles is in school. Katie's kids are in
First
school.
day today, yeah.
Ooh, was he sad? Was he happy?
He was okay, but usually the first week is okay. And then it's the next week that they realize, like, wait a second, mom and dad have dropped me off and I'm here with people I don't know very well. So we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
We'll keep good thoughts. Keep good thoughts. Well, let's see. I think that's it. Other than I'm going to see both you lovely ladies at the picnic. And good luck tomorrow with your inspections on Monterey. I think that's it for me. So bye to everybody. Have a wonderful 2 days until I see you guys. Bye.
Bye.